Stan, here we are in the man cave on Saturday afternoon. We're having our own Oktoberfest in here today. It's October, let's have a fest, a beer fest. Right, I've gone all British today because I have received some items which are British. So, before I go any further, Storm Babette, you know, still understand. Obviously, if you're someone like me who's got multiple outbuildings, something like that doesn't have to make you wonder. I'm happy to report, as far as I'm aware, there's no leaks in here, in the man cave. There's no leaks in workshop shed. There's no leaks in the garden shed / wood store. And there's no leaks in the other outbuilding, which I hadn't really counted, but the catio, it's roofed. It's got a roof on it where cats go and hang out. And they have actually got their own little hidey hole thing. It's covered in roofing felt. And that can remain dry. So there you go. Keep on top of maintenance. That's my advice if you've got an outbuilding. I actually rebuilt part of the roof this year. And I'm not really a great DIYer. Just, you know, mastic's a great thing. Make sure, if you're ever doing shed roofs, and I know this, I found out in my own mistakes, is some mastic doesn't sit with bitumen, it reacts to it. So there you go. It's a steel helmet stand tip of the day. So, I was going to try and string this video up 10 minutes of me talking rubbish, as always. Don't think there's anything else. Watching the rugby later on, that'll be me. A few beers. Very nice. So, top YouTuber, Military Mad. I've traded with him a few times. He sent me a lot of kit. Really nice fella for doing that for me. He sent me the West German kit. I've got the West German mannequin upstairs in the attic, which you've seen. I'm not putting any links in. I know you can, but I have had some issues with the platform that we're on now. They banned me for 24 hours for putting comments on because they said I use spam. Spam? Isn't that like bacon and grill? Spam? What am I using spam for? They actually tried to take one of my videos down before for unwanted sexual content. Me, of all people. They let it stay up in the end. It's just, I don't know how it works, I don't know why it works, but I know, as I've said it before, if you've commented, I don't get back to you, excuse me, that's my first beer of the day, honest. It's because I don't know what's going on. I don't know why, the wherefores. If they said you can't comment because you swear, or you drink, or you talk crap, I'd go fair enough, hold my hands up. But anyway, so Military Mad contacted me the day. He is the person also who sent me the World War II PPSH 41 strap, which really finishes off that submachine gun. And he sent me a load of West German kit, and he contacted me and he said, Stan, do you want some 58 pattern equipment? And I said, I certainly do, because I have a George over there. He's early 80s British soldier / sort of Falklands, and I've got 58 pattern, and I have traded 58 pattern stuff out, but I didn't have quite the full complement. So I told him the items that I was short of. He sent them my way with an extra special bit of kit in there. So this is, I won't put it on because what I plan to do with this, like, this is the more modern. I think the serial number is. I think this is. Now this is a more modern piece of equipment than I'd be used to. So in my collecting world. And by the way, as well, I'm wearing a Royal Engineers cap. I never served in the Royal Engineers, but I'm just in my own little man cave. I'm walking down the street with them. There's no stolen valor here. 100% respect for the people who served in the armed forces. And if anyone ever does come here for a beer, you could pick your headwear and wear one while you're having a beer. That's how it works. It's still stands, a man cave. So anyway, this is the H4 855 personal roll radio PRR. That's what I think it is. And without going into the thingy-me-jig of it, it sits on the head, something along the lines of like that, right? Goes on like that with the mouthpiece there. So, hello, this is Stillman Stanley. Any instructions? I can't do that. Can't possibly do that. Anyway, so I have thought about getting some radios, stuff like that, but I'm not really sure 100% what I'm buying. Now, what I have got up there, see that gas mask, I've got an old radio headset on there. That could go on George, and this could go up there. I'll find a place for it. I always find a place for stuff that's sent to me. So that was a little surprise in the package from Military Mad. The other thing he sent me, I hope you can see the light there. Terrible having a man cave and coming in and sitting here on a Saturday afternoon. I'm a martyr to it. Right, so I didn't have a water bottle and pouch for the 58 pattern weapon. So this is, I think he said it was unissued. If it's not been unissued, it is in really top class nick. It's in first rate nick, in fact. So this is dated 1977. So if we can see that, 1977. See that? The water bottle is later. Okay, so the water bottle, here we are. And it's, I think you can see it's 87. But the lid is later again. The top is 1990. 1990. So I said I didn't have the water bottle or pouch. Now I have, thanks to Military Mad. He also sent me, I'll put that away later. He said, Stan, what do you reckon to a poncho roll? Now I have had them before, but I haven't got one now. So he sent me what looks like, again, an unissued poncho roll. Has that lovely military smell though. There you go. I haven't unravelled it yet, because the last time I unravelled one of these I couldn't get it back together. It's obviously because I'm an idiot. But, yeah, that's a nice piece of. I think that with bits of kit like this, I mean, you could actually use it if you went hiking, I suppose. I know I never used 58 pattern. Obviously I wasn't in the armed forces, but even in the army cadets we had the 37 pattern. But some of the NCOs had the 58 pattern. I always thought it looked like a leap ahead in technology. It really did look. But apparently when it gets wet, it does chafe the old shoulders. But that could be used, you know, if you went out hiking or something like that, or you know, that sort of carry on outdoor life. But it is in really good nick. Or also, I do have the big backpack there, and that's just there, sort of adding a bit of filling to a display. So either or, as always, I'll find a home for it. So Military Mad, thanks very much. You're a top bloke. Now, to pad this video out a little bit longer, so you can have at least 10 minutes, possibly 15. We'll have a 2B's video. It's the end of my first one, so maybe a 15-minute video. Probably won't be. Anyway. Whew, right. I have done this video before. When the rebuild of my channel, I have to do it again. And I should really label these helmets up, but I don't. I see this helmet. See this helmet. What is it? Answers on a postcard. It's got a big crack, big stress fracture on the top. Now, I did say this last time, but I will say it again for the benefit of the audience. That stress fracture there. How do you repair stress fracture? Well, personally, if it's on a helmet like this, I'd leave it. It's part of the history of the helmet. But if you were to do anything on metal and you want to repair it, what you do is you get a thing called a centre pop. You put a little pop, little indentation, either end of the crack, put a fine drill through, 3-4 mil, and you put a little grind, a little channel on the top. Now the little holes, the holes will stop the crack from spreading. Fill it up with weld, and fill the other side up with weld, and probably on this side you just buff it back and leave the weld on the back, because that would be the strength. It wouldn't be the same, but you could do it. I'm obviously not going to. Riddle liner type system. Riddle, when the people say riddle liner type system, and I only found out a few weeks ago, it's the Riddle liner system. It's called Riddle because it was named after an American football helmet. The Riddle football helmet, something along them lines. So, why is this helmet interesting? I paid 20 quid for it a couple of years ago, and there's a fella on eBay selling loads of these. He's still selling them now, 20 to 30 quid. He's got, I think he's still got 10, probably more. So this is a Swedish M37/65. So it's an M37 helmet with the later Riddle style liner. They were painted grey in World War II and then painted green in the Cold War. The Finns made a copy that was called the M40. Now, why this helmet is interesting, and I can't remember where I got the information from last time, so I've just cobbled it together from the usual sources. This, I believe, is a helmet that was involved in the Latvian barricades dispute, confrontation with the Soviet Union. So 13th of January 91 to the 27th of January 91 is when this, it's not so much conflict, but a clash of the wanting to be independent Latvians, and the Russians didn't want to let them go. Happened mainly in Riga. Now I'm just doing a quickie about the helmet and what I believe it is. Obviously it's a little more complicated, you have to read about it yourself, but this is an overview. So on the Latvian side, there was the Popular Front of Latvia, the Latvian Supreme Council, and it ended in a Latvian victory. On the other side was the USSR, the Latvian Communist Party, the Latvian Interfront, and Riga Omon, which was the special forces, special purposes mobile unit. On the Latvian side, there was 2 police officers killed, 4 civilians killed, 4 police wounded, 10 civilians wounded. On the Russian side, at least 1 of the special purposes unit soldiers were killed. Now, if you look at it, you might be able to. Oh, a little V on there. You know, I'd never noticed that before. See that V? I just held that up to the camera. I've never seen it before. Well, there you go. There's a few V's on there. It's like a. See? V. Bit of soldier graffiti. I'd never seen it before. Just see if I can find it. It's very difficult. I can actually see it here, but you might not pick it up with this bloody camera. That is the Swedish crown, the shields. There should be 3 shields on there, and you can just see yellow paint underneath, but it is very, very difficult to see the Swedish shield. You know, with the 3 crowns, not the 3 shields, the 3 crowns on the shield. It's there. You're probably not going to pick it up. There. On this side, it's a bit more difficult on that side, but yeah, in the naked eye, with the naked eye, you can see it. Now, I believe that I stumbled across a story that the Latvians use these military surplus in the barricades, but I can't find the exact place I found it. So I like skirt around it, and I'll give you the reason why I still think it is. So the Latvians declared independence 4th of May 1990. USSR attacked Latvia, and the Latvian government wanted the people to build barricades out of, you know, like trucks, tractors, things like containers. I believe it was containers, like the container ship, you know, the containers, big metal things. And the Latvians armed themselves with whatever they could, as I believe, like sort of maybe weapons they could steal, you know, from maybe police stations. I'm not quite sure about that. That was a bit vague on that area, but the government didn't issue the people. They built the barricades, but they didn't issue them with weapons. And the threat rumbled on until the dissolvement of the USSR in 1991. I believe Lithuania was attacked as well by the Russians. Basically, Russia knew everything was going because obviously the fall of the, you know, East Germany, the Warsaw Pact, it was rumbling back over these countries wanting independence. They didn't want them to go. Simple as that, really. I mean, it's not simple as that. If you read about it, you will find out it's a bit more complicated, but I'm just giving you an overview. 2 of the names inside this helmet: Ustups, which is there, Ustups, and Gorbikov. They are common Latvian names. So there you go. I mean, the other one isn't. I can't find that anyway. I think it might be a Swedish name. So as far as I'm concerned, this fella who's got them on eBay, me just advertising them as Swedish. They do. What's going on there? Excuse me. Military contact going on here, being banging around an afternoon. So anyway, I'll try and wrap this video because obviously someone's demolishing something somewhere. He may or may not know that, he's got them from, maybe he's got them out of military surplus from Latvia, but these are M37 65, originally Swedish helmets that I believe have been repurposed for the Latvian militia, maybe the police, civil defence, or their army. But yeah, nice little stress fracture on the top. Very interesting piece of history. It cost me about 20 quid. It doesn't mean anything. It's not something that's going to be worth a lot of money. But it diverted my attention to look at something else about like the history of the Cold War. So that stand talking for nearly 15 minutes. Ooh, I can string it out, can't I? So that is my H4855 personal roll radio. Never happens on the telly, this, does it? From Military Mad. My water bottle, 58 pattern from Military Mad. And my poncho roll, probably unissued, all neatly wrapped up, rolled up. Probably should stay that way because I won't be able to put it back together. from Military Mad. So I'd like to say thanks to Military Mad one more time, and I'm going to have a beer and then watch the rugby later on. And this is Stan signing out for another week, and I will see you again soon. Honest. See you.